Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This will be part 2 on the 2011 Mini Cooper DME coming from Wisconsin. Ken, this is your computer. Well, now the two computers. So as you see, I have now one computer connected and the other one in here, his original one, which if you haven't seen the part 1, I'm going to put the link of this in the description of this one so you can visit it and see exactly what was happening. So this computer was sent to me for repairs. They're doing a project vehicle in the family, and they bought this car, and the module was marked as original, was already pre-opened, and somebody attempted to repair, not them, they're just trying to make this car run. But at least Ken is happy because now he knows that this computer, his original computer, was bad. And luckily for him too, I was able to partially make it talk so I can read the information out and clone it into a donor module that, again, very lucky for him, I had one in stock. So everything is ready to go. I am going to move the view over to this capture. So in that one, you can see, yeah, that's actually all the way back. You can see the real one, the ready one, and this is the one that he sent. Even missing the plug in here, and he will know because I mean you will see it on the original video where this one wasn't even talking. Yeah, I can keep it here. All right, so in the first video I showed the wire diagrams and connections. So I'm going to just do the test on the now donor ready to go, and this is a computer that I already checked, fully tested, and I know it's a good working computer. So that's also a peace of mind that you get when you get the computer from me, because if you bring a module or send me a module for cloning, I give no warranty of the module at all, because I'm not doing a test or anything into it. I'm just cloning it and connecting it in a scanner, which I do, make sure the talks and everything after, but that's it. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, it was actually a customer dropping a computer, a local customer. So I might be able to record a video on that one. It's a 1991 Nissan 240SX. So we'll see what is happening on that one soon. All right, so going back into here, I got everything pretty much ready to go. So the test that I will be performing on this computer will be his concerns, which are no communication. Now we got obviously a different computer, no activating the Valtronic relay, fuel pump relay, and crank no start. Obviously that's going to be done in the car, but let's see first. So I'm going to put a meter so you can see when I connect to 5 volts, which I'm already connected to 1. This computer uses 3 5 volt reference, and I showed that on the first video with more in detail with wire diagrams. If you have a problem on one of these Mini Coopers, I recommend you to go there. I have also multiple videos where I show you how to do the test in the vehicle in case you have a problem with the car, where you can then realize if the problem is in the computer or if it's in the car. And I have actually did one for a customer in, I think it was North Dakota, Tom or Tommy, forgot his name, but it's also a Mini Cooper. So you can watch that video. It should be on the latest ones. And we did that. So I'm right now, again, connected with that meter to the 5 volt reference 1. And we'll be doing the test on 5 volt reference 2 and 3. I had 3 test lights in here. This one for the fuel pump, this one for the Valtronic relay, and that one for the main power relay. 1 second, guys, again. Sorry, guys. Another customer is trying to, to pay for a repair, and they're having issues with their bank. We tried so many times. Even now we have in the conversation, they're from Canada. They have their bank on their end, and they can see there is being declined, but they don't understand why, because they have plenty of funds, and the bank is like, I don't know why it's being declined. I'm like, well, yeah, it's being declined. They cannot pay. So, but well, they'll figure it out some other way, and they're good people. All right, so let's go back to the testing. So I was in the middle of connecting the computer. Now we have the meter in there. Let me put the Ultra here, and I'm going to connect the Ultra over to, let me move this meter, because right now it's on the way, and I want you to see everything that I'm doing. I'm going to move the meter from there to here, so you get to see me connecting the scanner. I'm going to power on the simulator. we will see the main power relay, and now the Valtronic relay coming on, and we got a 5-volt reference, which is a good sign. The fuel pump, we need to actuate it with the scanner, so let's wait for that to happen when we get the communication established. So right now, still the scanner is not connected fully. We're waiting on the BCI to connect. Okay, now it's connecting, and we can immediately see now reading the bin number. This is already a perfect situation. That's what usually this is gonna do. As soon as it connects, the communication is a CAN bus network. It's super fast, and that is the correct bin number. The bin number, I have it in here. Just the last digit should be BT097921, and that's exactly what we have in there on the donor module, right? That's the donor. This is the original one. All right, so 1 second, guys. Looking very dark outside. That was just an Amazon delivery. All right, so the bin number is correct. So let's try to enter the connection. Mini Cooper, this is going to try to attempt the scanner to read the entire car, which we don't have here. And that is going to say that it's, you know, a bad communication, which is not, right? We know that everything is good. So everything is in here perfect. It's a R56 and 16, and everything should match, because when we clone a module, we're exactly copying everything from the memories onto the other computer with calibrations, fault codes, fuel trims, all the parameters as when the car last ran. So that is actually very good, because then you don't have to, if the computer was updated, it will have the latest update. It will have also all your maps, which are very important. And the maps are the readings of all the sensors when the car was running. And that's very important, because then all your fuel trims and everything will be as when the car last run. Okay? All right, so we're going to click on OK. I'm just going to establish first communication, and then we're going to move the meter over to the 3.5-volt reference to make sure that we are indeed having the 3.5-volt reference in there. And we will do the activation of the fuel pump relay. I don't need to do this. This is only done, that turning the ignition off and on, you need to do if you are in the vehicle. Like that, the scanner will read properly all the modules. Because if you don't, it will only populate whatever is known as some of the car modules. When you do that, you see a communication faulty. That is just because it's not all the modules in here. But again, if you turn the ignition on and off, it will send a message to see how many modules respond. That's what they need to do that. And we only have one in here, so not really hard for the scanner to pick that one up. I'm probably going to show you the diagrams, at least for the 5-volt references, so you can see where they are located. So you can see the pin numbers. So I can just tell you, because I have all the pin numbers in here. This computer has 3 connectors, connector 04, connector 11, and connector 12. And I'm just giving you the last digits of the connectors. All right, so we are in here now. Let's enter the DME, Digital Motor Electronics. You can see it on the top when I'm moving the arrow. That's what DME stands for. That's the Engine Digital Motor Electronics. All right, let's read trouble codes just to see what is in here. But, you know, we got nothing connected. So make sure that we don't have, you know, like a checksum error or anything like that. But no, everything is just normal potentiometers and solder and accelerator and throttle body. Those are what you expect to see when nothing is connected. All right, we're going to go into active test, and we go into fuel pump. We're going to activate. Now let's look at these right here, right? On and deactivate, and us off. So that is working perfectly. All right, so let's now move the meter over to the next 5-volt reference. Let me just see right here. So I'm in 5-volt reference 1 in pin 46 of the connector 4. Again, we have 2 big connectors and a small one. The 04 is the big connector on the one edge next to the other big connector. which is 11, the center one, and then the 12 is the small one on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to move the 5-volt reference. And now you see the meter reading 0 volts over to the other 5-volt reference, which is in the same connector on pin 20. And we got perfectly 5 volts. And this is a very accurate multimeter. This is a bench multimeter with, I think it's 5.5 digits. Yeah, this is a 5.5, which is a very, very, very good multimeter. All right, so the last 5-volt reference, again, 3 5-volt reference, is in connector 12 on pin 29. And we have 5 volts. So how is this computer? Everything is perfect. So I have already do outside this video to not make it super long, and before even, because this is a computer that I have ready for to clone, I always do curve trace tests on all the drivers, pre-drivers. I replace always all the coil drivers, test the injector driver because it's a big component that is very hard to remove and is usually on the other side of the board. So I try to not to remove unless it's necessary to keep the thermal paste, the original thermal paste in place. And otherwise, if it's anything bad, then I replace it. But I can do all those tests from the front. So the test on the, it gets very white, right? Let me turn this off. I don't know why those cameras does that thing. Sometimes it goes super bright white. But so what I was saying, I can do the test of those drivers through the front connector, right? Because injectors are going to, to control the injectors, right? So I don't really need to go to the component inside the computer in order to see if it's good or not. So I do a curve tracer and other tests, and it passes. So this computer is fully tested, and it comes ready to go. All right, Ken, thank you so much for trusting Mike Salazar Diagnostics, older C in the channel. Thank you so much for visiting the channel. Again, if you're here, don't forget to subscribe. That really helped my small business a lot. Every time you subscribe, YouTube promotes more and more of my videos, and that's how you find me, also for free. So if you do so, thank you so much. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.